With the federal attacks on the Second Amendment increasing daily, the amount of states and counties stepping up to preserve the Second Amendment is increasing as well. Sit by and watch this episode of Guns and Gadgets to learn more. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. I am your humble host, Jared, and if you're interested in Second Amendment news, you found your home. This is where you'll find it morning, noon, night, several times a day. No matter where it's happening in the country, I try to bring it to you so that you're better armed with knowledge and can take it to the next step. I also want to thank the sponsor today. It's the Monday Morning Grind, brought to us by Blackout Coffee. Check out Blackout Coffee. They have new monthly memberships. If you're into coffee, look into their monthly memberships. It just keeps coming. You don't have to worry about buying it if you run out. And they have new flavored options as well. blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. And if you're not into coffee, they have tea and they have hot chocolate. And look for that to start expanding as well. blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. All right, guys. Let's look into, I'm going to tell you about a couple states that have taken action, and we'll talk about the amount of counties in this country that have taken action, and what kind of action. Well, the Second Amendment sanctuary movement was made, I guess was shifted into high gear during the red flag push by the Trump administration when he sat at the desk at the table with other people during a conference. We remember the take the guns first, then get due process second. Takes too long to go to the courts. We remember all that. Well, that started a push that had already started in different pockets in the country. That kind of really pushed it into high gear. And what those sanctuary declarations say, and they're different in different parts of the country, but basically they say that our community will not enforce any unconstitutional violations of the Second Amendment. And that has really kicked off and grown to the next step lately. A lot of people say, that's not the answer to everything. It's missing this and that. Not just on this particular set of circumstances, but you hear that on constitutional carry and other bills where everybody wants everything all at once. And truth be told, that's just not how we got into the situation we're in now, where a lot of our rights have been stripped. It's the nibble process over years that have gotten us to where we are now, fighting from behind the eight ball, basically. But the sanctuary movement was a good first step, and now we have states jumping on board saying it's not going to happen here. In fact, I'm going to read you a couple of the states and give you a quick update. This isn't all of them. And I'll tell you some more about some county numbers. So Alabama, last week, the state Senate passed their Second Amendment Preservation Act, and it passed 21-5, and it now goes to the Alabama House, and that looks to make it a crime for any state or local official to aid the feds in new federal gun control. Nebraska, the Cornhusker state, last week as well, their governor declared the entire state, as you can see here on the screen, the entire state of Nebraska was declared a Second Amendment sanctuary by Governor Ricketts. Now, Nebraska has a Second Amendment preservation bill in committee that stalled 4-4. So if you're in Nebraska, it's time to start getting people motivated there to get that out. Arizona, the Grand Canyon state, Governor Ducey signed a bill into law, and that's the Second Amendment sanctuary law now, again saying that it is a crime to enforce new federal gun control. And I think the way the Arizona one was, the first offense by local or state police or government officials is a financial, a civil infraction where they can get sued, and then the second and each one after that is all a crime, criminal infraction. Texas, we all know that Texas is pushing the constitutional carry. It made it out of the House last week. It's going to the Senate now. But Governor Abbott is begging the state legislature to move the Second Amendment sanctuary bill that he wants. He wants it on his desk to sign it into law. So Texas is kind of fighting back. You would really think that Texas would have been further along in the process, but the progress is good nonetheless. Oklahoma, their Senate just approved a Second Amendment sanctuary bill, so the list keeps going. on states that have had enough of Joe Biden and his BS. Now let's move to the county level. Now there's more bills in other states too, but if I went over all of them, this would be a forever video and people get mad when I do a long video. Counties. I'll put a map on the screen here, and this is from sanctuarycounties.com. I'll have a link down in the description. You can see here that of the 3,144 counties or county equivalents there are in this country, as of March 1st, 2021, 1,188 of these counties, or 37.79% of this country, is now a Second Amendment sanctuary. Also, I want to bring forth that we have 20 states now that have passed a constitutional carry bill, a permitless carry bill, removing the requirement that a citizen of those states pay for the permission slip to exercise your constitutionally guaranteed right. We don't get our rights from the Constitution. For all those people who are already hitting, I already know this stuff. I get it. They're guaranteed, recognized by the Constitution. So that's almost half the country. That's 40% of the United States is now constitutional carry. That's awesome. I also want to address law enforcement. To those that I know, that I have worked with, that I've worked for, and those who have come along after me. You have a decision to make. You have a decision to make. Far too often in these states where there are sanctuary votes or permitless carry or constitutional carry votes, you see all the sheriff's unions, not all, in most of them though, see the sheriff's unions and the police unions and the chief's unions and the supervisors unions saying, these are bad. They put us in a bad predicament. They put us behind the 8 ball. They make our job tougher. No, they don't. Your job is not to take orders. Your job is not to just keep doing whatever the elected clowns say. Your job is to follow your oath, to protect and serve, to be a peacekeeper, not a person who infringes on people's rights, to be someone who protects those rights. And we're in a section, a time period of this country where that's kind of lost on a majority of the people that are in the field. And you have a decision to make. Either side with the people in protecting the rights and the Constitution of the United States, the one that you swore your life to uphold and protect, or just do your job. And we've seen historically what happens there. So that's my message to everybody out there wearing a badge or thinking about wearing a badge. The time's coming, guys and gals. Well, you have to know what side of the line you're going to be on. All right, guys, just a quick update. Please check out Blackout Coffee. You can get this cool hat there as well. blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you all so much, more than you know. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your weapons. Take care, everybody.